Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some pretty dramatic news shaking up the Australian media landscape. It seems the Nine network is in the middle of a massive shakeup, and some very familiar faces are being shown the door. It's a story of corporate restructuring, on-air farewells, and a lot of public outcry. The latest casualty in this overhaul is the popular Sydney weather presenter, Amber Sherlock. If you were watching the Nine Bulletin recently, you would have seen anchor Georgie Gardner give a heartfelt, and somewhat emotional farewell to her colleague. Sherlock had been mysteriously absent from her usual spot on Monday, and Gardner's tribute confirmed the news. She said, "Before we go tonight, we'd like to extend a farewell to our colleague, Amber Sherlock. For a number of years, she has been a valued member of the news team, bringing us our weather reports. I'd like to thank Amber for her contribution, and we wish her and her family the best." It was a touching moment, but it also signaled a much larger and more brutal change happening behind the scenes at Nine. So, what's going on? Nine is implementing a new operating model for its broadcast and streaming division. Essentially, they're merging the teams behind their free-to-air Channel 9, streaming service 9 Now, and their subscription platform, Stan. According to a Nine spokesperson, this move is designed to reduce duplication, drive greater collaboration, and deliver commercial growth. They also mention it's a way to offset the challenging external advertising market. In simpler terms, it's a cost-cutting measure. And unfortunately, that means people are losing their jobs. Amber Sherlock, who's 49, had been with Nine since 2007. Many of you might remember her from the infamous JacketGate incident back in 2017. Leaked footage showed her in a tense off-air exchange with another presenter because they were both wearing white tops. It was a moment that went viral, and Sherlock later admitted she probably overreacted. Regardless of that blip on her record, she has been a consistent presence on Sydney television for over a decade, and her departure has certainly been felt by viewers. But Amber isn't the only one. This restructure is affecting talent across the country. In Queensland, Nine News sports reporter Jonathan Uptin has reportedly not had his contract renewed. And in Adelaide, there's been a huge public backlash over the firing of longtime news presenter Kate Collins. This one has really struck a nerve with the local community. An Adelaide radio host, David Penberthy, went on air and absolutely blasted the decision. He called it a classic example of the head office in Sydney treating us like you know what. He said the way it was handled was appalling, claiming Collins only found out she was fired in the middle of the day. He described her as lovely, smart, and great at her job, and called the decision, and I'm quoting him here, PSS weak. He acknowledged the commercial pressures on TV networks, but ended by saying it was a crap way to treat a good person. It's clear that this move has been seen as a real betrayal by many in Adelaide who feel like they're losing one of their own from their screens. Collins herself posted that she was heartbroken by the news. The human cost of these corporate decisions is really at the forefront here. A Nine spokesperson did state that their primary focus is on supporting the affected team members. They mentioned access to employee well-being providers and looking into redeployment opportunities within the wider Nine group. However, for those who have been the public face of the network for years, that might be cold comfort. The statement talks about new operating models and commercial growth, but for viewers and the personalities themselves, it feels much more personal. We're talking about people who have been invited into our living rooms every night for years. This whole situation highlights the brutal reality of the modern media industry. With the rise of streaming, declining ad revenue for traditional TV, constant pressure to innovate, networks are making ruthless decisions to stay competitive. The merger of broadcast and streaming divisions is a strategy we're seeing more and more. The idea is to create a more efficient, unified content machine, but the fallout is that roles that once seemed secure are now redundant. It's a tough balancing act between financial necessity and the loyalty owed to long-serving employees and the audience that loves them. What do you guys think about this? These kinds of cuts just an unfortunate necessity in today's media world? Or was there a better way for Nine to handle this, especially with beloved local figures like Kate Collins? It's a tough situation all around. It's always sad to see familiar faces disappear from our screens so abruptly, and we certainly wish Amber Sherlock, Kate Collins, Jonathan Uptin, and everyone else affected by these changes the very best for the future. It will be interesting to see how 9's new operating model pans out and who will be filling these now vacant roles. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's a pretty big story, and I'm sure many of you have strong opinions on it. Thanks for watching, and if you want to stay updated on stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next video.